All right, we are back. Vazina now with a 2-1 frame lead over Francois Normand. And the players are just taking a short intermission, but we will stay here, just waiting for everybody to rejoin our live feed. This is now part 2 of day 3. So you see Vazina has come back to the table. He's in and around the area. Has that 2 frame to 1 advantage. All right, here we go, folks. Frame 4 underway. So you have my full attention in just a moment. I'm just resharing the link on our social media outlets. All right. All right, KP, welcome back. You know, I just had a feeling they were not going to give us enough time, and 25 minutes is not enough time for these two gentlemen to finish a frame, let alone 2. So, since it was the end of the frame, we restarted the feed. This is now part 2, day 3. This is a top 32 elimination round. So opportunity for Francois does not go his way. Well, he's setting himself up with a couple of beers. So I have a feeling if we're lucky, or unlucky really, this might go to a fifth and deciding frame. Welcome back, Robbie K. Oh, thank you so much. Everyone is slowly but surely coming back in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are over 5,000 viewers for the day. Unbelievable amount of interest that you have shown, your help, your support. Again, I can't thank you all enough. The players are very appreciative of it. And believe you me, they will check the feed. Welcome back, Brad. Yeah, Brad, Francois, you know, he's a great player, despite what you've seen or how you may feel about him. You can't take away the amount of talent that he has. Vazina, you know, he's a decent player, and he seems to have capitalized a lot more on Francois' mistakes than the other way around, really. But I agree, Francois is still, in my book, a slight favorite, but a small amount at this point. Well, it's a good putt. Not really anywhere for position that would tell us what he's doing here. You know, it's he had a great opportunity to get positioned on the blue. He just needed or ball color. He just came up quite a bit short. But yeah, he did, KP. He won his match 3-0. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm really loving this new microphone and headset. It does sound a lot better. It's a little bit different. It has a lot more. Oddly enough, how my last headset was a simple headset with microphone. This one has all kinds of different options. I had to download some software to do this and do that. Maybe I'm just getting too old. I remember the days you just plug something in and that was it. Now you got one button press, you got another button that does something else. You press this button for a certain amount of time, it does something completely different. And I can't read the instructions anymore because they keep making them, my eyes are fine, but the font in these instructions, they keep making them a lot smaller. And I tell you, that's not, that won't work for me. Well, Steve, I don't think he's a heavy favorite. Not from what we've seen. But you know, he's certainly got to forget about the past and simply play his game here. I mean, I'm not so sure about this one either. So he's gonna want this to go. Might help build his confidence up in this fourth and important frame for him. Well, what has he done? What has he left? Hasn't left too much, but that red is on the cushion near that bottom left corner. So here we go. Only 1 point separates them now. 8-7 in favor of Mikhail Vazina, leading 2 frames to 1. So it's going to be very possible that we will see, well, it's absolutely possible that we'll see a fifth and deciding frame. Why not? Who wants to get out of here early when there's a Canadian Snooker Championship going on? We're only in our 12th hour of live action. Been going since 9:30 this morning, and we're just about 9:30 at night now. Well, KP, that's exactly what Francois Normand did at the beginning of this frame. He went over and grabbed himself a couple of beers. Not sure he's going to drink them both or one is for his opponent. But we will see, won't we? Pardon me. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. The first match of the day will be Alan Whitfield versus Matt Toshieri. So Francois Normand tied this frame. Couldn't pot the blue. The struggles continue here. Henry Harrison, yeah, I think we're going into extra innings, meaning the fifth frame decider. Ten reds on the table. They've potted 5 reds, and they've only made a total of 16 points between them. So this match is going nowhere fast. So well, you certainly need something to play this game, Wrath. All right, folks, bear with me. I need to make a slight adjustment. We'll have the audio back in our feed momentarily. Well, we should momentarily. We had issues with this last night. All right, so we got our audio back from the club. We are doing everything we can to stay connected completely. We did have to lower the stream quality just a little bit to maintain smooth video. Otherwise, there will be too much stuttering, and that's not good from a viewer's standpoint. Well, that's not how, I mean, I can't watch it if it's too laggy or too, people are stepping left and right. They're down the shot, and then they're up off the shot, and the ball's gone. You don't know what happened. So this is good. Quite happy with the quality. We will leave it here for now. We will try and make it a little bit better. Like I was saying earlier, just a few moments ago, make sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. sharp. We will start the day off with a banger of a match between Matt Toshieri and former Canadian Ontario champion Alan Whitfield. Alan playing very strong in this event. The first day of the group stages, his very first match, he knocked in a 15 red clearance of a 135. That was a good plant. Nicely done by Francois Normand. So that is a match tomorrow morning. I am absolutely excited for it and can't wait to get it going. Two good friends of mine, Matt coming to us from Thunder Bay, Alan Whitfield from the GTA, of course, plays on the Ontario Snooker Tour. So thank you all for coming back. We had, before we went to break, we had about 4,900 viewers. We've now got 200 since we came back online, so we are over 5,000 viewers for the day, folks. Thank you again for everything. Make sure to like and subscribe our channel and share the link far and wide, because this is something you don't want anybody to miss. So we got Francois Normand, Mikel Vazina, both of them from the Montreal area. Looking for his second pink is Francois to left center. It's there. And he's on this red to the bottom left corner. So how fitting would it be to have a fifth frame decider in the final match of the day? I mean, I know they would prefer not, but this is elimination or knockout match, so it's win or go home. Well, they don't got to go home, but they'll be out of the event. This to move on into the round of 16 for tomorrow afternoon. So the first session tomorrow at 9:30 will feature 8 matches. From the last 8 matches left to play out of the round of 32. To be followed by the next session of 8 matches in the group of 16. So all 16 players, obviously, will be in action in that second session. I'm not sure how far we're going down the list, but we will, you know, I will simply bring to you as much of it as they allow me to. If there's playing going on that's within my 4-table camera range, we're good to go. I've heard that name before, Brad, but I think just in passing from Eddie Galletti and some of the, well, older gentlemen. Francois doing well on this break at 22, lead 30-8 now. All right, folks, I'm going to make a bold prediction that we are going to be seeing a 5th frame decider in this match. So, settle in, folks. And thank you for to the group Manitoba Snooker Scene and Billiard Quebec for reposting our link. Billiard Quebec, 2 of your gentlemen here, Mikel Vazina and Francois Normand, doing battle. Mikel Vazina leading this match 2 frames to 1. However, Francois in the lead here by 35 and growing. Yeah, Brad, that's why Matt Tosheri is, out in Thunder Bay. I believe it's easier for him to go play in Manitoba than it is to play here in the GTA for the OBSA events, which is unfortunate because he's a heck of a player, great person. I knew Matt well for a very long back in the early 90s when he lived in the GTA for about a year or two. I've always said for the longest time, you've heard of the class of 92. Well, we now have a class of 95, and that's me, Alan, and Matt. Alan, of course, is on a different level, especially the way he's playing in this event, he's definitely one to watch. But Matt will give him his best tomorrow morning. And I mentioned before, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested, there is a video. You have to find out where it is, but there is a video I posted on YouTube of a match of two very young children. Well, I say that because I'm a lot older now, but this match was played about 30 years ago as an exhibition at a club in Mississauga called the ESC Club, or the Executive Snooker Club. Played between Alan Whitfield and Matt Toshieri. So go check it out. It's very entertaining. And there is commentary. Not me, of course. I wasn't doing it back then. But there is commentary. You might see a few people in the video you might recognize, or hear some voices you might recognize, but yeah. So somewhere on our YouTube channel is that video. So right now, the match on our feature stream, Francois leading 49-8, 41 points up, 59 on. Now, I don't want to say it's out of the realm of possibility, but Mikhail Vazina has a very high mountain to climb here. And no, that wasn't internet lag, that was just Mikhail taking his time. Yeah, KP, he had hair back then, did Alan? And Matt's hair was a lot longer too. So go check it out. It's well worth the look. Our channel has a ton of snooker. So Cal Vazina, 40 behind, 51 on, needs a color desperately. Pass to Brown, no it won't, out of position, break, end of break. So we are getting down to the business end of this match. Final match of the day, folks. But you'll want to get to bed, get a good night's rest so you can be up bright and early with me at 9:30 a.m. We go live once again. Cal Vazina really went for it there. How's his luck? Not any good. Well, that changes things a little bit. 49-14 in favor of Francois, still with a 35-point advantage here in the fourth. Requires 2 reds to force a 5th frame decider. Now, look where the brown is, folks. Look where the 2 reds are, look where the brown is. Francois can roll right up to the blue here. And the blue would stay where it is because of the brown. See, he played the snooker. Could have been a lot tighter right on the nudge of the blue. I know he was probably thinking he'd get the yellow safe to a cushion, but you know, if he tucks up right to the blue, he's more than likely going to take away any chance of either bottom, left, or right cushions. So we soldier on. So I want to see, I know it's a lot to ask, but for the final, I want to see 10,000 views. I want to see 1,000 viewers at one point for the final. Show these players the respect that they deserve, because it's going to be a fight to the finish, folks, just like this match. Hey, Steve McAllister, you're back. Excellent. I thought Gabe Torini was, well, yeah, no, he was North Bay. Yeah, no, I've been to North Bay once. I played in Gabe Torini's room at the snow tournament. And it was, I tell you, minus 65. There was frost on every table in the club. I'm sorry, but I don't do minus 65. I have never gone back. Probably never will. But that was about 31, 32 years ago. What is he done now? He's got a 36-point lead. 43 on, requires one red to force the decider. Well, not bad. So good pot. But he's 35 down. He can still tie. But wow. If he's going to go for the tie, he needs to open some colors here. Or roll up. Yeah, I think he should touch up behind the block. Wow, he had a lot of room there. Could have been, should have been a lot tighter. It's funny how they always call Larry Crazy Larry. I mean, and how when you, if you don't even have to say his last name, when you say Larry, or when you mention Crazy Larry, everybody knows who you're talking about. Yeah, the snooker history goes far and deep. Goes back for a long, long way. I'm not too, honestly, I'm bad with it. I don't remember too much. I remember Kippy and Rob Bass. And I know Jeff White very well. Still talk to him like it was yesterday when I see him at the corner bank. Great guy. And I got to tell you that in my opinion, Jeff White is one of Canada's greatest players never to win the Canadian Championship. He is, in my opinion, he is to Canada what Jimmy White is on the World Tour, never winning the World Championship. That's how good Jeff White was to me. The best player in Canada never to win this championship, Jeff White. I mean, Chris Woods won it. Eddie Galletti won it. Jeff White was always there. John Pennington won it, another great man who's watching from above. But Jeff, one reason or the other, never won this event. So again, Jeff White, the greatest player ever never to win the Canadian Championship. But that's just my opinion. No, Jeff. Brad, he did not. I believe he was in the finals, though. Yeah, Chris Wood did win the event, though. You know, talk to Eddie Galletti. He's got a lot of stories. You're absolutely true. That much I do know. You know, I've done commentary with Chris a couple years ago. You know, I've done commentary with Jim White and Cliff Thorburn too, and that was awesome. Now I gotta tell you, doing commentary on your own is great, but when you can do it with Cliff or Jim, there's nothing else like it. So we are just having fun here now. This frame still not over. Neither one willing to give it an inch. Oh, I'm not sure why he played the double. Unless he's going for the tie, but he had a chance to lay in a good snooker. Didn't see it, I suppose. But like I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, this game is so easy on this side of the table than it is when you're under the lights. Yeah, 1990, John White. John White did an exhibition down at C&E Stadium at the Princess Building or the Elizabeth Building or some building down at C&E. Did a snooker exhibition, and guess who he did it with? Well, he did it with a very young, nervous 16-year-old me in front of quite a few people, and that really started off. You know, I was playing snooker a little bit at the time, just started, but that really got me going to start playing in competitions and in front of people. It was because of that match, those few frames that I had with John White. So good times, good memories. Unfortunately, there's no photos, or I'd have them. Can Francois nick this red to the top bottom left corner? Nope, too thin. Still trying to play safe. Yeah, that's not bad, really. I don't think he can pot it. I tell you, the amount of talent that's in and around the GTA now is, well, it's ridiculous. I mean, in a good way. You know, when I was younger, playing the older generation, we really wanted to beat the older generation, and we got better, we practiced, and we did. We did just that. But now, I am the older generation. And now the younger generation wants to beat me. And sometimes they do. They're just that good. Like I tell you, there's quite a few out of Master Q. Like Stephen Liu has done I'm a fan of his game. He has done amazing things with himself. He practices hard when he didn't do too good in this event, and he'll go back and take that as a learning experience. But he is a heck of a player. Francois Normand. With that putt, so that should put us to a 5th frame decider here this evening to cap the night off. Well, that should be it, folks. 47 in front, 27 on. 5 4-point snookers required. I can't believe this match is going on. Well, it's got to be over now. There's a concession. This frame, as we thought, goes to Francois Normand. This match all tied up. We will not cut away. We will stay right here. Frame 5 coming right up. Ladies and gentlemen, do not move. You do not want to miss this decider. All right, folks, hope you're enjoying this. I have returned. What a match this is turning out. This is the 5th frame, so this is the last frame of the evening. Only one red scored from Francois. Attempting this long mid-range red bottom right corner. Hopefully he can create a chance and opportunity for him. No, not good cueing. So he's left the red on to the bottom right corner. Same pocket for Mikel Vazina now. One I expect him to get. Well, I tell you what a day this has been, and it's only day 3 of 5. And we still have a lot more to go. So this is going to probably be a very long frame, folks. Getting a little messy. Well, I believe that's a foul and a miss. Well, it's a foul nonetheless. So it's a foul and a miss. as you can see, folks, not much action happening here. So not much to call. This could be an opportunity, first good opportunity in this frame for Vazina. Needs the white to stop. I think he's just okay, folks. This is a knockout round of 32 match. The winner will advance, the loser will not. There's not a lot to do with the white. Simply just pot it, and he's gonna have a position on the red into the opposite left corner. He really took his time in thinking about that one. Yeah, the black might be holding the line, but if you look, he's got a red in front of the white, dead on into that top left corner. And I think if he stops the white on that red, if this one to the left doesn't go, the one to the top left will. If he stops the white dead, he'll be still in position on the black. And it doesn't appear he'll be leaving much. Well, would love to know the average shot time of Vazina in this frame. Well, unfortunately, body language will not steer the red into the pocket. But sometimes it's worth a try. But that's just not going to get it done. I mean, you know, try what you can, get things moving. So, Francois Normand back at the table, trailing 13-8, only 8 points down in this fifth deciding final frame. Well, I know it's a long day, but this man's certainly taking his time here. We have smooth video and audio feed. Well, that's another red that won't go. as I said earlier, this frame is going to be a messy one. This frame will be won by the least amount of errors and mistakes alone, really. So players will, well, simply need to be patient. And if you're patient enough, opportunity usually comes. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. What a timely putt. He's on the brown, but yeah, he's going to have a look at position on this red by the yellow. So he's not playing to putt the red, he's playing to lay in that snooker. So all he has to do here, stop the white dead behind the yellow. He should have a decent snooker here. Francois Normand will be looking at when he comes back to the table in a moment. The brown, upon the brown simply got us to this point. Very good. So 13 points down. It's Francois Normand, Michael Vazina leading 18-5. This has to be perfect. Red just under the black. And he just got it. So well done, Francois Normand. Well, Michael Vazina is going to study this for a minute or two, maybe three. He wants to be absolutely sure. Well, could he be set? No pot on, just return the white back to the bulk end. Oh, he barely hit that red. Just took the paint off of it, as it were. Well, he's left a fairly straightforward out for Francois here. Wants the white to go to the top cushion, and it will. Nicely done. Especially at this time of day. Long days, they've players finishing off the group stage matches. and then playing this, the elimination round. A little bit of net traffic, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't hurt anybody. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you all for being here, spending your Friday late evening with us. Closing in on 6,000 views. Would you believe it? Well, he's got distance between cue ball and object ball. But Michelle Vazina will have a look at this one. We'll contemplate his options. Might be a little bit straight. Well, he's got to look at it at every angle. So here we go. Mikel Vazina appears ready. This red, the bottom right corner. If he pots it, he should have a color blue or black. If he misses it, it could go wrong. No, he's okay. Somebody needs, I would suspect, to play an aggressive safety here. Open these reds and get that cue ball tight to that top cushion. Like so. Welcome to our feed, Leslie and John West. Thank you all for joining us. Well, not that it's boring, John. Um, it's not the most lively match. They are taking their time. I mean, you know, I've been in these situations. It's absolutely exhausting. So all I can say is I still applaud both men for giving us their best that they can do at this time. Um, but I do agree there's been several shots that are pretty straightforward, and there seems to be a little bit of extra time taken that doesn't seem necessary. But everybody plays this game a little bit different. So when we started this, it went to 1-1, and they had about an hour and a half. And we had an hour left of our streaming. Now, they are playing tight, cautious, not going for anything, playing more safeties than I've ever seen. They're also not giving anything up, but that does happen. So at 1-1, it took them about an hour and a half to go 2-2. Well, it was about an hour to go 2-2. So we're at 1-1. We turned this match about 2.5 hours ago, let's say. And we are just in the 5th frame and still have 9 reds to go. Only 14 points difference between the two. Yeah, Lester is in North Bay. He is a friend of mine. Great fellow. I've tried to convince him to come down and rejoin us in play. He just won't do it. Eric Zhao, welcome to our feed once again. Sorry, folks. So, as just been reminded, ladies and gentlemen, they started this match 5 hours and 15 minutes ago. At 5:15, they all started. So, this match has been going for 5 hours and 15 minutes, and we're just halfway through this 5th frame decider. I gotta tell you, for the people, I'm glad I'm doing this from home because this is gonna be absolutely excruciating for the people who still have to stay at the venue because this match is going on. But all the credit goes to these two men. I mean, they gotta be absolutely exhausted for the 3 days they've had up to this point. Still fighting it out, giving it their all. So what a contest this is. Don't worry, Eric's out. We will still be here when you get back. Well, Brad, it's a good thing I'm at home. It just makes getting up and getting ready for 9:30 a.m. a little bit difficult. You know, but I am dedicated to this sport. Doesn't matter who is on the stream tables. If there's still snooker, Brad, if there was more snooker going on right now, after this match, I would bring it to you. Thankfully, there's not, because I need to get some rest, and so I can be fresh for that banger of a match in the morning. Matt Toshieri and Alan Whitfield. So, good scoring opportunity here for Mikhail Vazina as a 41 to 5-point lead, folks. He is 36 in front. And looking strong. So this match will definitely reach the 5.5-hour mark. How long can they go? I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. Eric Zhao, that's Wei Gao, or Carter as we know him, from Master Q Billiards. He defeated Derek Claus in the final in Montreal at Le Bando Coin. And I believe it's GAO. Well, Mikhail Vazina's doing some work here. Increases lead now to 43. So Mikhail Vazina is poised to take this fifth and deciding frame, which will end our broadcast evening. So not too much longer, we will be in snooker's required stages, folks. Who would have thought we'd get there this evening? And people asked why it was only a 3 out of 5 in this round. Well, we're getting close to 5.5 hours for this match. So that would be why. If this was best of 7 or 9, well, I shudder to think. Well, I'm not sure who played that with as much pace as he did. He doesn't have position on anything, really. Oh, he needs to spot the pink. So 50 points in front, 59 on. Requires 1 red and any color will do. So no position, just the safety here, of course. And because we're getting close, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host. This is the 2025 Canadian Snooker Championship, round of 32. It is a knockout match. We are live from the Corner Bank in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. And we are not done yet. I want to thank all of you for being here all day long. Closing in on 6,000 viewers, which is absolutely insane. It's unheard of. Very appreciative for all your help and support. Again, don't forget tomorrow morning, first up, a banger of a match, something you would not want to miss and not think. Would be a match, but Matt Tosheri versus Alan Whitfield. Well, I'm not sure what the issue with the tablet is. But Kevin Patrick is right there to sort out any issues. Wow, look at that. That's terrible. Francois Normand just bashing into the balls. That's an obvious foul. He pushed. Wow, I can't. I don't know. Not going to harp on it. I know you all saw it. Well, I wonder if we have anybody from Bigger Quebec watching that. So, Francois Normand coming in making it to the semifinals last year in Montreal. I mean, that was just nuts. But Mikhail Vazina, 2 pots away from taking this 5th and deciding frame and moving into the round 16. So good play to him. Well deserved. He's played hard. Maybe not the best, but he absolutely has played hard. Oh, and he's overcut the red. So Francois will come back to the table. See if we can end this match on a high sportsman-like note. Well, he's potted the red. He's got the pink to left center, left middle. Sorry, right middle, pardon me. Wow. See, this is what happens, folks. You get a little tired when you're 14 hours of streaming 2 days in a row. Wow, waitress just walking by in the middle of his pot. Good thing he made the pot. You may have blamed that on our waitress. So 43 points the difference, 51 on. Well, that's not going to get the job done. So 43 point the difference. Mikhail Vazina in the lead, 55-12. Only requires 1 red now. Look where that white ball's going. Where's the cue ball? Well, it just pulled off to the right side cushion, down to the bottom rail. Francois Normand in very tough here. Still enough points on the table, but it's a long way back. Oh, he's going to need cover on that one over the right corner. Even if he's got it. I would think Mikhail Vazina would have to go for this long red that top left corner. If you can't see the one just above the yellow, of course. This is frame and match ball. And this match, well, it's 5.5 hours long now, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see this red top right corner frame match ball sitting right over the pocket. Good pot, not worried about position. Now, so 44-point difference, 43 on. You know, I say take the blue on the left middle and just get it over with. But I'm not the one in the match that lasted 5.5 hours. What's he doing now? Oh, I hope Kevin Patrick, our referee, is watching this one. How is he going to attempt this without... Yeah, here's our referee, Kevin Patrick, right on top of it. Oh, good pot. $47 the difference now. 43 on. So 2 snookers required. So, good play to Vazina. Not over yet. Well, it might be now. So 48 in front, 35 on. Well, he went for it. Let's see what Francois decides to do. Yeah, Francois is not done. 48 points down, 35 on. 4 snookers required. Well, that's not going to get it done, but he's got it. Well, it's safe. However, good opportunity for Vazina put on a snooker of his own here. As he has a 48-point lead. Yeah, just got a little bit thin. But he's okay. He got both balls out of any danger. It's definitely a long road back to Quebec. You're funny, KP. You're making me laugh. So thank you for that. Look at this attempt. Oh boy. Valiant effort on that snooker attempt from Francois Normand. So again, we are at the end of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here. You made this another record-breaking day. 6,000 viewers for the day, which is absolutely insane. And I truly appreciate all your support throughout the day, last several days. Thank you to everybody on the ground: Presley Backus, Anita Chan, Jim White, John White, Levi Myler, Kevin Patrick, all the volunteers as well. The staff at Corner Bank for putting up with all our crazy snooker players. Well, Francois didn't intend to make that. So I'd love to invite you all back here tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. Should have a ton of viewers for our first match. I'm super excited. Well, I think that's it. Concession made. Ladies and gentlemen, Vazina will win this match 3 frames to 2 in a match that has lasted over 5.5 hours. Absolutely incredible evening of snooker with this one. It's a good thing we restarted this live stream, or we would have missed a lot. Thank you all for being here. I'm your host, Rob Richards. I will be back here in a short little while at 9:30 a.m. for Alan Whitfield versus our very own Thunder Bay Matt Toshieri, ladies and gentlemen, which is the rematch between the two from 1993. They last played that exhibition from 1993. So 33 years ago. 32, let's say 32. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been great. Thank you ever so much for your support. We hope you have a great rest of your evening. Saturday morning, we hope to see you here at 9:30 a.m. We will be live one more for the last 8 matches in the round of 32. And then we'll begin the round of 16. And we'll see how far we can get tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am your proud and honored host of this event, the Canadian National Snooker Championship. Wishing you all a good evening. Good night, everyone. See you in the morning. Bye for now.